were never taught to rest. You were trained to stay alert. Because in your world, stillness didn't mean peace. It meant danger was coming. So you learned to move, to survive. You mistook busyness for safety. Believed that if you kept moving, if you stayed productive, you could outrun the pain. But the threat wasn't outside. It was the silence you were taught to fear. You learned that quiet meant something bad was about to happen, that the calm before the storm wasn't peace. It was preparation for pain. So you started creating noise, just to feel safe. You equated stillness with helplessness, because once when you were quiet, you couldn't stop what came. So now you keep moving, not because you want to, but because you're afraid to stop. You've normalized the hum of anxiety, believed that this constant low-grade fear was just how you were wired. But it's not your wiring, it's your training. What if stillness wasn't the threat? What if the real danger was never being allowed to rest? What if peace wasn't a warning, but a welcome? You fear that if you slow down, the memories will rise, that the silence will bring back what you survived. But what if the real healing starts when you're finally still? You've been told to just relax, as if calm wasn't a trigger, as if your nervous system didn't learn long ago that stillness meant you weren't in control. You confuse alertness with awareness. Believe that if you're not scanning for threats, you'll be caught off guard. But true awareness doesn't require fear. It requires presence. You've minimized your need for safety, calling it just being sensitive. But your body isn't broken. It's protecting you the only way it knows how. You believed that if you could just get over it, you'd finally be free. But trauma isn't a story to finish. It's a system that learned to survive. And it's still trying to protect you. You've spent so long believing that quiet was dangerous. You've forgotten what it feels like to be safe without movement. To rest, not as a risk, but as a right. Your hypervigilance wasn't wrong. It protected you when no one else would. And now, it can teach you what true safety feels like. Healing starts not with forcing calm, but with creating safety. With saying, I'm here. You don't have to stay alert anymore. I've got us. You don't have to be still for long. You only need to start small. One breath, 1 minute. One moment where you say, it's safe to pause. I am here. Your need for movement isn't weakness. It's wisdom. And the fact that you still long for stillness, after everything, is not rebellion. It's return. You are allowed to be still, to sit, to breathe, to exist without motion. That's not surrender. It's sovereignty. You are the one who decides when it's safe. This isn't about becoming numb to fear. It's about becoming safe enough to feel, not by erasing the past, but by rewriting the present. You don't have to stay in motion anymore. You don't have to earn safety through effort. You can begin to rest, not as a risk, but as a right. Start by listening to the part of you that still fears stillness, to the child who learned to stay alert. Honor that fear, then gently invite it to rest. Your need for safety isn't a burden, it's a truth. And the fact that you're learning to rest after everything is not weakness, it's love. Healing isn't about erasing hypervigilance, it's about freeing it, freeing the part that protected you so the one that lives can finally be still. You are not broken. You adapted. And now you can evolve, not by becoming someone new, but by returning to the self that was always there. You are worthy of peace, not when you're less anxious, not when you're fixed, but right now, exactly as you are, even with your alertness. If this resonates, you're not alone. For a gentle guide to help you retrain your nervous system, create safety in stillness, and heal from the inside, explore the link in the description.